Cool. There's a monkey on the stage. Actually, there's two.
Sorry, I was on mute. Thank you very much for hosting these. I love these spaces. You have very clear thought, and I'm wondering if that would have been a hindrance to your career earlier on in your life to be so clear and so self-aware, like you just mentioned, or how do you think that timing has played out for you, basically?
Yeah, it's a fair question. I think part of it is age. Live long enough and you'll naturally become a philosopher. I think some of it is the times themselves. People are more self-aware these days, and the language and the knowledge of consciousness and self-awareness, either through tools like meditation or meditation assistant or books or psychedelics or whatever, are sort of spreading. I'm meeting more and more younger people who are more self-aware and more conscious than I think was true in my generation. I think there's an underlying question that you didn't ask directly, but you hinted at, which is, hey, can I make money now and be conscious later? Or flipping it around, is being more self-aware or conscious going to get in the way of my making money? Possibly. I don't want to say there's a free lunch here because I don't think there is. Some of the most self-aware people that I know are not highly motivated, but I suspect those people wouldn't have been highly motivated to make money regardless. I find that clear thinking is incredibly rewarding. Not that I'm saying I'm a clear thinker, but on the occasions where I do have clarity of thought, it pays off. So I wouldn't pass up clarity of thought for anything. Look, intelligence is a cheat code, right? If we were playing Dungeons and Dragons and you had high intelligence, it's probably the thing you would want because you can swap it for almost anything else in the modern world, because the modern world is full of so much leverage that smart people can employ that leverage, whether through code or media or labor or capital, to kind of magnifying what they want. They can make good decisions, and then the impact of the good decisions is magnified by leverage. That's really what my whole How to Get Rich tweet storm is about. And so I think clarity of thought is incredibly valuable. And I would say as I've gotten older in business, it has become even more valuable. So I do think it has helped me a great deal in business. One huge way in that clarity of thought helps you is that I do believe that 99% of effort in life is quote unquote wasted. And it's not wasted in the sense that you don't learn something. You do learn something. But if you look back at all the term papers you wrote and all the classes you took and all the people you dated and on all the thoughts you had and on all the things you stressed about and all the decisions you made, 99% of them didn't matter. They were inconsequential. And there were a few 1% decisions that did matter. Now, could you have gotten to those 1% without the 99? No, you have to do the work to get set up for the right decision. But could you have gotten there with maybe wasting 90% or 85% or 80%? What if you had gone from a ratio of 991, and obviously it's a made up ratio, but you'd gone from 991 to 95.5. Now instead of 100 to 1 against, you're 20 to 1 against. So I do think clear thinking allows you to make better decisions and have better judgment. And better judgment is everything. If you have good judgment in this life, you're going to thrive in the modern world because you will be applying judgment everywhere. Example is, what news do I consume? How personally do I take it? Do I get a COVID shot or not? Do I walk into this environment or not? Russians are coming into Kiev. When do I leave? What profession am I going into? Who am I going to marry? What city am I going to live in? What workout do I adopt? What diet do I adopt? These are all judgment calls. Every single one of them is a judgment call. And if you make the right judgments, you will have a healthier, happier, and wealthier life. So judgment is everything. It is the foundation of a high quality life. And clarity of thought leads to good judgment. Examples of how much I value clarity of thought now compared to how much I used to is I don't keep a cluttered mind anymore because it makes bad decisions. So if I have to make a decision, I will clear my calendar, which actually is already clear. But in the old days, I used to clear my calendar and make sure that I spent time on the important things. A clear calendar lets you focus on the most important thing rather than on just the most urgent thing that happens to be staring at you back from your calendar. People will send me explanations or emails, or they'll say, hey, read my blog post, and I'll go in, and it's 11 pages of gobbledygook. And there's maybe like 2 or 3 clear points in there. If you cannot communicate clearly, then it is a sign that you cannot think clearly. It's like when you walk up to someone whose desk is a complete mess. Yes, at some level it reflects that they're busy, but at some level it also reflects an underlying clutter that they're tolerating in their lives. And so is this person going to be organized in other ways? These are signals. These are indicators. They're not dispositive. It doesn't mean that a messy desk is automatically a cluttered mind, but it's an indicator. So I think that having a clear mind and clear judgment and clear thinking is a cheat code to life. And I tend to find that there is a correlation between people who are clear communicators, clear thinkers, and have good judgment. And you want to surround yourself with people with good judgment because that's how you're going to win in life in general.